Sooner or later, there is going to be another Justice League team. Just like Marvel, there's going to be another Avengers team. Could it be happening as soon as after the Flash movie? Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. First, let's talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League sequels. Then let's talk about Ben Affleck as Batman. And finally, let's talk about The Flash. Alright, let's talk about those Justice League sequels. So currently at this time, Warner Brothers is saying no to potential Zack Snyder's Justice League sequels. But with the Warner Brothers Discovery merger coming in mid-2022, anything can happen. And even though Warner Brothers is not interested in Zack Snyder's Justice League sequels at this moment, it looks like Zack Snyder could still be interested in those sequels. Coming off from him hinting on Vero once again about Zack Snyder's Justice League, or that Final Crisis book, and now another post he put on Vero, and this time, it's Jared Leto's Joker. It's certainly a creepy photo, and I don't know if this is when he took of Jared Leto over when he did Zack Snyder's Justice League or not, but a lot of other people mentioned that this is actually a figure. If this is a figure, that's an incredible design, because that looks like the real-life Jared Leto's Joker. There's no captions on this post, so we're not really sure if that's the case, but he indeed posted a picture of Jared Leto's Joker. A DC property. So it does go to show he's still proud of his Zack Snyder's Justice League work, and maybe even hinting at more DC content. But the other director for Zack Snyder's Justice League, the second unit director, continues to post some cryptic things. He tweeted, "Shout out to Liz Wonder for the Sunday inspiration. Memories of future past. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse." It is based upon Liz Wonder's own post of herself dressed as the God of War, and she looks absolutely fantastic in this. So it's great to see Staub getting inspired by this professional cosplayer. But his second tweet is even more curious. Another piece of a larger puzzle, work in progress, restore the Snyderverse. And here he added Ben Affleck as Batman in the nightmare scene from Batman v Superman on the left side of her face. Now, a lot of people are wondering, what does this mean? What larger puzzle are you talking about here? Is this larger puzzle part of the Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 concept? Is this his personal drawing? I do notice this parchment type of look is very similar to what he posted before of the picture of Darkseid and Desaad. I'm kind of wondering, just looking at this God of War Wonder Woman look, I mean, it almost looks very graphic novel-ish. Honestly, it's just good to see that Zack Snyder and Staub and many others are not quite done with DC yet. And hopefully this fans the flames that reaches over to Discovery's ears and say, hey, maybe we should make Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. Alright, let's talk about Ben Affleck's Batman. The last time we saw Ben Affleck as Batman was in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Well, now he's going to be in The Flash and maybe possibly Batgirl as well. And recently we just learned that he said no to a Ben Affleck Batman movie or series on HBO Max. That would have been awesome to see him fight Deathstroke and had Batgirl in it, but looks like his heart is not quite there yet. Well, now there's a new interview coming from The Playlist, and this is what they tweeted. "Do you want Ben Affleck to continue as Batman? Maybe temper those expectations. I don't want to do IP movies where you have this sort of built-in audience. That's something I was interested in, liked, and I just don't like it anymore." Now, this obviously stirred a lot of discussion today in terms of Ben Affleck returning as Batman or not. But if you go to the article itself, he doesn't quite mention Batman at all. This is the full quote. Affleck continues, "Television means something different, and once that happened with The Last Duel, I thought, well, that's probably the last theatrical release I'll have. Because I don't want to do IP movies where you have this sort of built-in audience. That's something I was interested in and liked, and I just don't like anymore. I like other people who do it, and if you are going to do it, you should love it. And I love something different, so I wanted to do that. Really, what's important to me is that people see it. I mean, this is in a limited theatrical release, and that's great. I know that 90% of people are going to see it on Amazon, and I want them to see it. I want them to see the movie. That's more important to me." So in this interview, it really does sound like he's really going for those more like independent films, nothing major, nothing big, especially IP movies. And yes, Batman is an IP movie. I mean, that is a massive IP. That's DC. So it does really look like he doesn't want to make any of those giant movies anymore. So which makes it less likely he's going to do a Batflick series or Batflick movie anytime soon. Of course, people change, minds change, And he did come back to do The Flash and possibly Batgirl. He also came back to do Zack Snyder's Justice League. But that's the thing. I think he's alright with coming back to that in smaller doses, like, cameo scenes here and there. Nothing too big, nothing too hard to do, and especially nothing that keeps him from his family and keeps him from things that he loves. He obviously doesn't love big IP movies anymore, and he just wants to do his own thing. Which I know it's very sad to hear that for Ben Affleck Batman fans, especially when they want him to be in big movies. But if his heart is not there, his heart is not there, no matter how much the studio wants him to be Batman. Well, at least we'll get to see him in smaller doses in the upcoming DC movies. Alright, let's talk about The Flash. Now, there's a lot of discussion over The Flash movie because this movie could potentially, change the DCEU altogether. Just like Spider-Man No Way Home, when they start adopting this multiverse idea, you start to wonder what's going to come after that. After the whole multiverse thing, things are about to probably change. As far as you know, The Flash contains The Flash himself, another Flash that looks like Ezra Miller, and Sasha Calle as Supergirl. Also, Michael Keaton returns as Batman, including Ben Affleck as well. Well, Grace Randolph put out an interesting tweet today. She said this: "I know you all are thirsty for some DCEU tea, so let me just say, I hear The Flash is putting together a new team. Don't ask me who's on it. I'm not going to spoil the first few members. #DC." She also went off to say that she only knows of 2 other members besides The Flash that she cannot spoil for us. Now, this is going to make everybody wonder, and you can go ahead and on social media, whatever, start putting your picks. Who do you think is the new team members after the Flash movie? Now, honestly, she doesn't say the new team meaning Justice League team. This could just be the new team to be whatever that Flash needs to do in this movie. Because even in that little teaser or trailer, he says, "Are you in?" And she posted that GIF. So it kind of makes you think that maybe this is the new team that's going to be in the Flash movie, and not necessarily mean a new Justice League team coming out after the Flash movie. Although we've already heard rumors from before, and I've already talked about how there could possibly be a new Justice League team coming out of the Flash movie. But this drove a lot of interesting discussion over the new possible Justice League team. For the people who gave up on Ben Affleck's Batman and Henry Cavill as Superman, they think that Batgirl and Supergirl will take the place of the Batmantle and the Supermantle. I mean, if you have Sasha Calle as Supergirl, then why do you need another Superman to be the Superman? Though they did that already after Crisis on Infinite Earths, you do have Supergirl and Superman, so that still could happen. Michael Keaton could be Batman, but I think he's going to be more of a Nick Fury type of role. The leader of the group, and he doesn't actually, put on the bat suit that much. There was also some rumors that Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman and Jason Momoa as Aquaman could also be in the Flash movie as well. And maybe Henry Cavill did show up, who knows. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, but this is definitely going to be a new, different universe. In fact, J.K. Simmons kind of alluded to this when he talked a little bit about him coming back for Batgirl. What's a more significant character in the story this time around, which is great, says Simmons. When we were doing Zack Snyder's Justice League, that was with the intent that we were laying groundwork for these characters to be expanded on. And with these superhero multiverses, I guess now they go in different directions. And obviously J.K. Simmons is as surprised as anybody that he's back as Commissioner Gordon, and he really doesn't know where is it going to go from here. I guess we are wondering that too, but it definitely is going to be different from Zack Snyder's Justice League original plan for part 2 and 3. But once again, it's still the multiverse. Anything can happen at this point, so I guess we'll have to wait and see mid-2022 if Zack Snyder's part of the plan or not.